Hi, Maverick. Hi, buddy. Oh, hey, buddy. I don't know how well you can see it here in the big bend, but I think we'll call this one full enough. Go to the other bend. The door is open up here on the leg. So when the pedals go around every so often, we see a little bit of corn shooting down on us, and that's where that's coming from. Yeah, we better pay attention when we get down here. Go all the ways down there. Oh, you joking me. Now I gotta go back down. Shoot, I didn't realize this hole here, the head will fit through it. But the other side, the bolt just fits through it. So we gotta go down, back down again, get a washer, put on this side, and then close it.
One thing I've been trying to do every load is grab just a little bit of trash. We tend to accumulate water bottles and these things, and before you know it, the entire floor is covered. So we just take in a handful of stuff each load, and then before we know it, we'll have clean semis.
We're on the backside of Melvin's here. Still in the John Deere combine, cooking along. We've done, 60 acres so far. Get these end rows off in this back piece, and then we got another 100 acres left here, so it's taking her easy. Seems like I got the head rolled all the way back. I'm not struggling with pushing on my head too much. If I go slow downhill, it seems to help. So I got sun in her eyes. Thank gosh we got auto steer. And so yeah, things are going good. These foot pegs got my legs nice and stretched out. Feeling comfortable.
Oh boy, she is too full.
Come on. Let's start that one first, then that one, and then that one. Oh, we got a pretty good little pile in there. Trying to blow some good warm air in just to make sure the corn's good and dry. It's almost like a big dryer right now today. So we got two big fans running, blowing air in. Oh, dust me out, dust me out, dust me out. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Looking at the truck, I don't know if it's full or not, I guess. But sounds like Preston's gonna come over with the case and see how that goes through this. And then Garrett said he could bring his trailer over to help if it works.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Talking rain in 2 days. Sounds like an all-day rain event. We'd like to get as much knocked out as we can during that time, because we are kind of getting some stocks that maybe kind of snapping over a little bit, and if we get some moisture with a little bit of wind, we could maybe lose some stuff on the ground, and we don't want that. So it sounds like Presley, he just got off work combining for the neighbor, so he's going to grab the 9230. He's going to head over to Melvin's. Cooper is going to be running the John Deere machine, and then Garrett's going to be bringing out another semi. So we're going to be doing 3 drivers and 4 semis, 2 grain carts, and 2 combines. We're coming back 2 at a time with 1 combine. Sounds like Presley and Garrett are not coming out now. But we're keeping it moving with just the 1 machine. Half-mile rows will do that. I had Cooper turn down the rotor speed a little bit. We were starting to get some cracks in the corn. Turned it down to 280. It looks a lot better.
That iconic 340 pounds on the cart, and that's what's pulling out. Too shabby. Looks like it's 16 moisture, 235 bushels an acre. Not bad. I don't know how you do this. Go here, cock here. See how much we got left? Not too much. Whack this off in the morning and we'll be good to go. Looks like my camera's dirty. After my first review of running this today, got a little more used to the handle. I like how fast the auger swings out, it's lower than ours, so like when the cart's next to us, you got to make sure it's over before you open the auger, otherwise you'll hit the cart. Ours is higher, you can swing out when they're next to us. I do like how this head rolls back because you can roll it really flat. That's slicker than crap. I like the glowy tips, that's really cool. I don't know if I can get them to, oh, I can't. But the tips glow, and that's pretty sweet. So when you're outlining or going, you can make sure your tips are out of the ground. But yeah, we're gonna shut down for the night. It's supposed to be really windy tomorrow, so we're gonna try to be out here by 7, get rolling.
Buenos dias, amigos. Now if that is not a sunrise, whew, I don't know what is. I think this morning God was in a particularly artsy mood.
Today is a special day. It is Cooper's birthday. It's Maverick. Hi, Maverick. Hi, buddy. We got things running. We're gonna try to beat the wind. I don't know, a couple hours left in this field.
I definitely had some tar spot over here.
Ripping it here, 7:30 in the morning. Getting her going. Well, I should say it's about 8 now. We've done about 6-7 acres. Moving. We got me and Maverick. We got supper from last night still sitting here. Hey, buddy. You kind of being whiny this morning. You tired? Yeah, I didn't want to get up either.
Uh-oh, nothing spinning. Fault present.
Not bad, not bad. It's 8:30. Usually we're not even around until 9:30, 10. Getting a kickstart on this morning. I like this. Wish I could do this every day. It's cool. We got truck drivers. Things are moving, not sitting. Really get something done when you got the help. So, yes, sir. One thing I noticed compared to the tracks to tires is when you cross a waterway, if it's not smooth, you kind of get the back side to side swashy, and you kind of got to be on your wheel, you know, get ready to line up for the row. With the tracks, it's just straight. You don't get that wishy-washy and you go across, it just straight. I do like that. You definitely have less jiggle in the cab though with these LSWs for sure. They do ride nice, like riding on a cloud. But like when you cross washouts and stuff, you kind of get that side to side. When one falls in, the next falls in. The tracks just glide over them. That is pretty sweet. I do like that. Oh, time to turn around.
Cooper just said that he has one pass left over at Melvin's. So we're gonna fold up everything there and we're gonna head 2 miles down the road. We're gonna go to Kristen and Rusty's, well, Bill's as well. Kristen and Rusty's, there is 160 acres and Bill's is 160 acres and they touch each other, so it's half a square mile. The acres we have left are our program acres, meaning they got the extra fungicide treatments, they got the extra attention, they lived longer. So that corn is still wetter. Last time we knew it was 20%, but Cooper's gonna go in and pull a sample. Then we're gonna take it to the co-op. We're gonna get an accurate moisture reading, and then we'll know what to do. If it's dry enough, we can just put it in the big bins. But if it's wet, then we'll have to go into the hopper bottom bin behind. We can hold 18,000 bushels in that, and then we can at least be running the dryer while it's super windy here. My favorite thing about this S80 is that 2x4. We gotta grab a sample here. Open yet? I brought in a bigger sample today. 17.6% moisture, 57.4 pound test weight. We should have known a little better. We pulled that sample right on the edge of the driveway. Cooper got cutting in the middle of the field and he said his monitor's saying anywhere from 20 to 24% moisture now. So I'm gonna go back, get another sample from the meat and potatoes of the field. We're gonna come back here and hopefully that's a little more accurate. If it's 17.5 like that, we can throw it in the bin and throw some air on it with the fans and we'd be fine. But if it's 20, that's too wet and we'll have to run it through the dryer. We don't want to dry it if we don't have to, but if we need to, we want to. Think of corn and soybeans kind of like meat. If you take meat, you thaw it out, put it in the fridge. It's gonna last for a couple days before it starts to go bad. And then the longer it sits in there, the worse and worse it gets, the more decayed it becomes. Where if you took a piece of beef jerky that doesn't have any moisture inside of it, it's gonna last a gajillion times longer than that nice, juicy, moist steak will. So, exact same concept with the corn and beans. The wetter they are, the less amount of time you can store them. The drier they are, the longer you can store them.
Probably work.
18.2. Right on the edge. Since we got a nice and calibrated load with temperature included from the co-op, I got this new tester. This is a portable one. It literally looks like a coffee pot. Just you throw it in there and it sends it right to your phone on what it is. That should be the new this, but I need to calibrate it. So we got a calibrated measurement here. And then we also got our old Radson 18.6. Literally like a coffee pot. And now we spin the dial until our lines match up. Moisture correction, 2, 4, 6, 8, 18.6%. So the stuff we're jumping into now being just a little bit wetter, kind of that 18.5%, we're uncomfortable, I don't know, kind of on the fence. It depends what weather we have. Putting it in the bends, because what we can do, we got big fans on those bends and we can blow air on it, so we can actually dry it down with just dry air in the environment blowing through it. So if we put it in at, usually 18 is kind of our cutoff, you can get it down to that 16 or so, and that's enough to store it until we sell it. So what we're doing while we decide what we want to do, we just have the pit right now set to go to the hopper bottom bin. So we're gonna try to put about 10,000 bushels or so in that today. That bin will hold 18,000, but then that's hooked up to the dryer on the other side. So if we wanna dry it, we can. We got some stuff we gotta do to our dryer, just run some kinks through it and stuff, so really it's good to get a few bushels in there. Even if we decide not to dry it, we'll run just a little bit through the dryer to make sure stuff gets set up and gets going. I know we got a couple holes we gotta patch on the bottom.
Picking some Champion corn here. I think it's like a 60-20A or a 60, yeah, something like that. Can't complain with it. It's been the best corn in this field so far. Stuff looks good. It's tall. It's full. Looks green. Stuff looks good. Moisture's a little off. I think it's off by like 3 or 4 points for sure. But the yield monitor seems to be accurate, for sure. If anything, it might be a little low. It seems like we were absolutely just kicking it out of this field. Trying to fill the wet bin right now. About out of fuel. Oh, well, it's flashing at me 2 bars. Hopefully we don't run out here. Oh boy. We just need to make 2 more rounds and then I think we're good. So, yeah. Starting in the cab on what I like better is definitely the foot pegs. These are way more comfy, they're a little more stanced out, they're bigger, really put your feet out. You know, the turn signals, whatever. A-post is easy to read, that's simple. I would say it's not much harder than ours, I guess. But our stuff's over here. I really enjoy this monitor. There's so many pages that you can scroll through and look at, all your settings. One thing I noticed is just kind of, I guess, how you want to lay it out. Like this page here is pretty much identical to this page here. Just depends how you set it up. I mean, you can switch where you put stuff. So I do know that. I don't know how, but I know Cole does. I like this better too. It tells you actually how full you are. On ours, it's just 3/4 full and full. And then you can also see through the windows in this one, which this isn't a folding tank, which I do like a folding tank better. The other one was folding, so that was cool. The folding corn head folds a lot faster than ours, that's for sure. This combine has 4.5, so you can roll the head back and forth. On our next combine, that'll be a must. The John Deere combine, the auger folds out faster. I like that, but I don't like how low it is when it folds out, because I said before, it almost hits the grain cart, which it would if you'd let it. It does unload at a good pace. I don't like the spout on it compared to ours. This one's so much wider, and it shoots it out at an angle, so it's kind of hard to tell where the carts need to be. But I mean, you get used to it as time goes. But with our adjustable spout, it's way nicer because you can move it back and forth. You can really pack the grain carts full. They all got the pluses and minuses. This one definitely has better technology on the cab inside. Very basic over here compared to the case. It's just so old. I mean, it's a 2014. This is a 18, 19, I don't know, 20. But the new combines, I'm pretty sure, still have the Pro 700 monitor, which is the worst monitor ever. But yeah, their technology in here is way more advanced and way simpler.
It's breezy today, but it's not like they said it was gonna be. Well, I take that back. We haven't seen what they said it was gonna be yet. So we're just gonna keep running for a little while. We're gonna try to get that hopper bin completely full. Check this out. This has been through probably 10 nights of frost, 2 of them being as low as 18 degrees. When we look in there, look at that. We still got some green. It's fading out fast because it's dead now, but just look at that. Look how much less tar spot we have on these leaves. That's incredible. We can find a leaf that's not all tattered up here. I mean, there's definitely still tar spot there, but it's a lot less than what we've been seeing in other fields. Look at these lower leaves. There's absolutely no tar spot on that. Huh, none. Typically what I do when I sit and wait, I practice my Spanish. ¿Quieres pintar tu dormitorio?
Hola, mi amor. Are you coming in?
¿Tú tienes aguas?
Don't. Did you guys need water?
I wrote your name on yours.
Oh, thank you, Big Joe.
Yep.
You didn't spell it right.
Kelly, come here. Come here. Here. There you go.
Putting corn in our hopper bottom here. I know when this was built, we brought up some stuff about this pad at the time. Well, I think we got some big issues going on.
Holy crap.
That crack wasn't there a little bit ago.
That crack wasn't there at all, neither was that one.
That one's got a lot bigger.
Whoa.
It's just, there's no way it's gonna hold the weight. We don't even have it already half full. So I don't think we better put any more in.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, that one's new too.
Yeah, they had them glued to here. They're somewhere in there, and now it's just going. We're gonna go out and get the rest of the loads for the day, and let's get the equipment home, put away. Talking rain maybe tomorrow.
There's the wind coming in now. Should we get out and help Owen pull that tarp? This is kind of fun to watch. You just wait for that wind to catch it. Just wait for it to catch it. Okay, I'm gonna go help him. Got the pit full. We got that plugged. We just unplugged that. And so we don't know what to do to unplug that, because the way they have it designed, that little crank thing there is supposed to shut the slide gate on the bottom, but it won't fully shut. It's still plugged, and it's starting to rain.
Well, this is kind of a real pain in the butt. There's supposed to be a crank there with a slide down. You're supposed to be able to crank that. There's supposed to be a slide door that shuts. So it shuts the grain off in that pit. The last time they had that apart, the guy cut that door, so you can't shut it all the way, so there's a gap. So like now, the auger's plugged. We're trying to get the stuff out of the auger, but our pit's full of corn right now. So we may have to get the grain back, suck all that out, but if they had that door so it would shut like it was supposed to, they could shut that, we could relieve the pressure, get that corn out of there, get it running, then open that door. But now we're taking corn out of the pit, plus the full auger. So they're up there trying to take things out. That has been a nightmare from day one.
Way up there. Brave man.
I really didn't want to go up that ladder too bad. The wind's blowing pretty good. This is the 5,000 bushel overhead. You can see how far we are up here. I think we got her full, guys.
This next morning we got our 12-hour crack update. So these are these big ones. I don't know, I'm not a concrete guy, so if someone is a concrete guy, please enlighten me. But I have a quarter. I mean, I can fit a quarter inside of this. So this big crack, this is one of the main ones. He runs through all the way to here. So we're gonna call this the Bermuda Triangle. So that it goes all the way through, nice and thick. And then it goes all the way through nice and thick. And then as we can see, we got these other ones branching off of it. I would call more of like a structural crack, being like, maybe like this one. I mean, it's still there, but it's not, I can't really feel it kind of thing. But now here's the thing. So remember Bermuda Triangle, that guy, Bermuda Triangle. That is, in my opinion, its own free floating slab right now. So I got my quarter. So see, I can slide it across, no problem right here. Even on this one, I can slide it across, okay? Now check this out. We go over here. She hits. It's actually an entire quarter higher on that side. And same thing over here. Look, you can't even see the edge of my quarter. So to me, that says that this Bermuda Triangle is down, and that's lifting. These big main cracks, I mean, they go all the way through down. We dug a little hole here, and that nice chunk already broke out, but I mean, I can lose a quarter inside there pretty easily. Here's a good example, elevation change. Found another crack too on the west bend, so the one facing the road. And we got this big crack coming down the side of the foundation, and then we got this one on the footing. So this one on the footing, it's got the elevation change in it too. I mean, quarter catch is pretty good on that one. That's a big wide crack. Look at that. I can completely sink that quarter. Look at that. She's full of dirt right now too. That's big. That's really big. And then over here, I can literally lose that entire quarter inside of there. Oh geez. Literally, it's like a coin slot. Just takes the entire thing inside there. It rained pretty much all day yesterday, so this is our 36-hour after filling this bin update. Since it's not raining today, we kicked on the dryer. You can see we got corn coming out of there. We want to get that bin empty. Right now, it's about right there. It's about 55% full when we filled it. And so this is the cracks that have amassed after 36 hours. And we did have 3 semi-loads, so 3,000 bushels sitting in there for 2 days before we ended up putting another 7,000 bushels in there over the course of the day after that, or days after that. Start at the Bermuda Triangle. So you can see those cracks have gotten significantly larger. Get my finger down compared to those. They're getting pretty big. Was the Bermuda Triangle, now it's got a crack running across there too. So we had that one, we had that one. That one's completely new. And then also, this one going forward, that crack right there is completely new too. So that's kind of its own island. This one is now its own island. This little baby Bermuda Triangle is its own island. That's its own island. That's its own island. Then that's its own island.
You know, this is designed for 18,000 bushels, which this bin is 18,000 bushels. We only got 10 in here right now. If we would end up filling this thing would have shattered everything, probably tipped over. We would have had everything.
So it's 55% full right now. So that's why we're kicking on the dryer. We're gonna get this thing empty because we're concerned that this is gonna fall over. If it falls that way, it's gonna crush all that stuff. If it falls that way, it's gonna crush the dryer. If it falls that way, it's gonna crush the conveyor. If it falls that way, it's crushing the leg. If it falls that way, it's crushing the building. If it falls that way, it's crushing the side of the bin. So we don't want any of that.
Only that, we'll be losing a $60,000, $100,000 hopper bottom bin. But if we put another 8,000 on, yeah, it'd be about 500,000, 500,000 more pounds on this.
That crack's almost a quarter